Yo, this your boy, the Real McCoy, coming at you, man. We talking about the NFL, my Dallas Cowboys, man. We got a Week 5 matchup this coming up against these New England Patriots, man. Tom Brady, Tom Terrific, Pretty Boy Tom, whatever you want to call him, man. He's coming into town, and while we were playing Sunday Night Football, Week 4 against the Saints, he put it out on social media. He's kicking back, watching us play. They coming off the bye week. And you know they were watching us play, and under Bill Belichick, man, the Patriots coming off the bye week, man, they're almost unbeatable. You know what I'm saying? Almost unbeatable, man. So they had the bye week 4. We got our bye week 6 after this game, so guys can heal up and start to get healthy and things like that. But this is gonna be tough, man. I mean, the Patriots, they are who they are. You know what I mean? Defending Super Bowl champs, man. They are who they are. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be tough. It's going to be tough, man. When you look at it, you're looking at you talking about the Patriots. You starting with their offense, man. Now, the thing that you don't really have to be too concerned. It's the NFL. You never know, but they don't really throw the ball deep. You know what I mean? They're not really scratching the field. Most of Tom Brady's passes are in the middle of the field or to the left, because usually Julian Edelman lines up to the left for the most part, and they're within 10 yards and under. So they're throwing the ball quick, fast, and they're throwing it with accuracy because you got number 12. So they're throwing the ball short to the left. So, I mean, matchup-wise, I think, with Amendola and Brian LaFleur, I think those two guys don't really scare me too much, you know what I mean? If Brandon Carr was matched up against LaFleur or Amendola, now, Brandon Carr, his coverage has been better this year. He still can't tackle to save his life. Coverage has been a little better. And I know a lot of you guys looking at look at the numbers Drew Brees put up last week, over 300 some yards, but 80 of those yards came on an 80-yard pass in overtime. So the secondary has been playing solid. But when we needed the pass rush, you can't cover forever. But his coverage skills has been better. Now I was looking at as far as Julian Edelman in the slot. Like, man, that's a tough cover. And I've been singing Tyler Patman's praises. Like, he's been balling. Now, he should have had that interception last week, and I think DeMarcus Lawrence came around the edge and got pressure on Breeze, hit Breeze's arm, and the ball hit Patman right in his shimmy. You got to pick that off, man. You got to pick that off. But him and Julian Edelman could be a key matchup for us. Well, not for us, for the game, But coming out of Dallas and things in Valley Ranch, I'm hearing that they may have Mo Claiborne shadowing and covering Julian Edelman. So, okay, that's different. Because he played, because Saints got the little quick receiver Cooks, and Claiborne played him pretty solidly, you know what I mean? So, now Tyler Patman is mainly in the slot. So, you know what I mean? That's where he's normally at. But if Patman is matched up against LaFleur or Amendola, something like that, that matchup doesn't really, doesn't scare me, doesn't make me nervous. I like Tyler Patman. Julian Edelman is the key. You know what I mean? If Claiborne, if Claiborne maybe can't get the job done, we can throw Patman at him. Even Corey White. You know what I mean? Coming out of the preseason, you know what I mean? I was liking Corey White. I like Corey White. He got some reps last week against the Saints. We might throw him at Edelman. Edelman, but that's from the receiving core. That's the guy you have to worry about. And he's running a lot of crossing routes, slants, hitches, curls, things like that. See, the Patriots, they're not scratching the field. They're not really throwing it deep. And they're throwing it short, so where the yard is coming from is run after the catch. With Julian Edelman's quickness, he's tough to tackle. And then Gronkowski's size, he's hard to tackle. So the tackling, our tackling last week could be a lot better. It could be a lot, it wasn't poor, but it could be better. We can't allow this run after the catch, because they're not scratching the field. Not saying Tom Brady can't do it. It's that the personnel that they have, they don't really have that. I mean, LaFleur, every night, I'm pretty sure they'll throw it deep to LaFleur, something like that. Or Gronk down the seam, something like that. But for the most part, I know Amendola, he had a great catch against Buffalo week 2 down the seam. Great catch, you know what I mean? But man, So they're not really scratching the field. It's underneath and short. It's the run after the catch. You know what I mean? Edelman, he's hard to tackle in the phone booth. So the tackling is going to be real important. And then you got Gronkowski. He's a tough cover and tough matchup for anybody. You know, I personally believe our best matchup for him is Sean Lee. Now, Sean Lee, he cleared concussion protocol. I was concerned about that. You know, all these injuries he's had, I didn't know how his body would take it. But I think Sean Lee is our best matchup as far as size, athletic ability, and ability to tackle. I think Sean Lee, I don't know with Rod Marinelli, it'll be interesting to see how he uses McClain, who's back from suspension, Sean Lee, and Barry Church, because usually Barry Church covers the tight end. I don't like that matchup. I don't from athletic stand, and even if Gronkowski is there, can Barry Church even tackle Gronkowski? His tackling needs to be better. You know, that's why as far as I think Sean Lee is our best matchup. But these are great players with a great quarterback. I'm not saying we're gonna shut these guys down. I mean, come on now. You talking about Brady? Edelman and Gronk. They're gonna make plays. You know, they're gonna make plays. But we gotta make our plays as well now and keep it competitive. You know, I think Sean Lee is our best matchup for that. I don't think Hitchens and Hitchens maybe, but I definitely don't see McClain matching up. You know, another matchup is Deion Lewis coming out of the backfield. They've got LeGarrette Blount now running the ball. Now I do think Rolando McClain help out our run. Hasn't been that good lately, and coming out of Alabama, Rolando McClain, he was known for middle linebacker playing against the run. You know, he's very good at that. But is he going to be in football shape? You know, suspended 4 games. Is he going to be in football shape? You know, but I definitely think he can help against the run. But Deion Lewis, if they line him up out wide, like they do sometimes, he's going to be matched up against a linebacker or a safety. He's more athletic than both of our safeties. I've been saying it since last year. I don't really like the athleticism that our safeties bring. And, you know, are we going to use Sean Lee to cover Deion Lewis and Gronk? You know what I mean? That's what makes the Patriots tough. Matchups. That's what makes them tough, man. So, you know, we'll see. He could be tough. You know what I mean? A lot of guys are going to be matched up one-on-one. Do we double team Gronk? Do we double team Edelman? Things like that. I think, you know, try Claiborne or Patman and see. I mean, give the guys a chance. You know what I mean? The coach, you get in their head, you boost them up all throughout the week of practice. You tell them they can do it to give them that confidence. Then as the game come on, you make your adjustments. You know, I do think, you know, with Sean Lee and Gronk, I don't know if he's gonna shadow Gronk the entire game. I doubt it. There would be out times where I'm pretty sure Barry Church is gonna be on Gronk, and that scares me. That really scares me. But with Sean Lee on Gronk, okay, I mean, Gronk gonna make plays. I think Sean Lee can make a play or two. You know, now like I say, he's throwing the ball short. He's throwing it with accuracy, and that's important because when you throw it accurate, you can turn it right when the guy's coming across the field, and you give him to have the ability to turn up the field. That's what makes Tom Brady so good. That's why our tackling, we can't have the run after the catch because they're not stretching the field either. You know, it's that Brady's throwing it so short, so quick. Gronk is hard to tackle, and Edelman is hard to tackle. Things like that, man. So I say that the tackling is going to be key and very, very important, man. Tackling is the key. You know, we're going to have to be able to tackle this week, man. And as far as now, their offensive line has played a lot better than I expected them to this year, but they can be beat. They can be beat. Now we got Greg Hardy. It seems like every time Greg Hardy opens his mouth, man, he gets himself in trouble. But that's a different. I ain't even gonna touch on that, but. Is he in football shape? You know, he didn't really play much last year. He hasn't played 4 games this year, so is he going to be in football shape? I know Jason Garrett hasn't come out and said exactly how many reps he's going to get and the percentage of plays, but, you know, I don't know. Is he going to be in football shape? But I do know he's one of the more talented pass rushers in the NFL. And I would love to see him and Randy Gregory on the field at the same time. And we'll probably see that soon. Would love to see it on Sunday, but probably not. I think Randy Gregory won't be back till after the bye week. But and the way DeMarcus Lawrence has been playing recently, I mean, against the Saints and things like that, Falcons, he's been playing better. Their offensive line can be beat. Now, it's played better than I expected. And a lot of it is, you know what I mean, they're throwing the shorter, quicker passes. But there are times when Brady does have time to sit back in the pocket and, you know, and read the field and things like that. So they have played better, in my opinion, you know. But they can be beat. I mean, because how you beat the Patriots is to get Tom Brady off that spot. If you just let him stand upright and stand in the pocket, he will pick you apart. That's what he does. But Tom Brady don't like being pressured. If he's pressured, he just goes down and takes the sack. Him and Peyton Manning. They don't like that pressure. I mean, no quarterback does, but they don't like that pressure, man. You get him off that spot, he's not the most mobile, but he can move around a little bit. Things like he's not Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson when it comes to mobility. Make him move around. He doesn't really like that. Not saying he can't do it. He's more comfortable in the pocket making plays. We can get pressure on him. We can. It's just that when you're throwing it so short and you're throwing it quick with accuracy, tackling. We have to tackle. Our tackling he's got to be on point this week. We can't let Gronk, you know, catch a 8-yard pass and he doesn't get tackled. He goes for another 20, 30 yards. You know what I mean? Edelman catches a quick slant 7 yards from the line of scrimmage. He doesn't get tackled. He goes 80 to the house. You know what I'm saying? He has that capability in him. He's really quick in open field. Things like that's what makes them tough. Is run after the catch. Our tackling has to be on point. Tackling. It has to be better than what it was last week against the Saints. It wasn't horrible, but it's got to be better. And there's no doubt that it can be better as well. You know what I mean? But now offensively, Bill Belichick, coming off the bye week, I know he's going to try and put, because the issue with Brandon Whedon is, now Brandon Whedon he isn't the reason why we've lost the last 2 games, which is good. He had that drive to tie the game up at 20. Thought we did go in overtime, but it came down and missed the field goal. But he drove us down, tied the game up at 20. I like that drive. And he isn't the main reason. Now, if he goes out there, he's throwing 3 or 4 picks, things like that. Brandon Wheaton's been playing well. I think he's been playing. He's a backup quarterback. It's hard enough to find 32 starters as is, let alone a backup to go out there and win every single week. It's the NFL, you know. So he's not the reason why we're losing. You know what I mean? No turnovers against the Saints last week. Playing solid. Now, Belichick is going to try and get pressure on Whedon. If you get pressure on Whedon, he turns the ball over. That's just what he does. If you get pressure, son, I know he's going to try and do that. I think that this week, and I know Jason Garrett and the coaching staff, they've been patient with the running game and trying to just stick with it. But I think, in my opinion, I think this week, having Christian Michaels can really help us. Don't know if they're going to do that. They may wait till after the bye week, try to get implemented into the system and things like that. But just having able to, because the issue, we're not able to run the ball when we need to run the ball. When the defenses know we're running the ball. We haven't been able to do that in the second half. Our offensive line, you know what I mean, as great as they are, they haven't been playing that well the last few weeks. You know what I mean? Having Christian Michael got the 1 carry last week. But having that physical runner between the tackles can be huge in the second half. In the second half of the game, you know, that could be huge, man. Having that guy between, when they know we're running, you know what I mean? That could be player huge. Don't know if they're going to use him. Now, without Lance Dunbar, I personally think, I'm not saying we're panicking, but, you know, it needs to be, we don't have that. A guy who can make his own hole on a 3rd and 1, things like that. You know, and you know, keep the pressure off because we got no Bryce Butler. He finally caught the deep ball, things like that. So no Lance Dunbar, torn ACL, torn MCL. He's out for the year. You know, he was the guy underneath. Bill Belichick, you know, he's probably going to try and take away Jason Witten with a double team, or put maybe Patrick Chung or McCourty on him. The coverage safeties who are pretty good in coverage against tight ends. And, you know, and try and take Witten away, and that'll put pressure on the running game, which hasn't been very good all year. Put pressure on Whedon and Devin Street and Terrence Williams, who have struggled this year. Absolutely struggled. Now, the Patriots defense, you know, they can give up the running game. They can give up some runs. D'Angelo Williams, week 1 for the Steelers, had a good game. They can give up points as well. They gave up 32 to Buffalo. Tyrod Taylor threw 3 picks, but he threw 3 touchdowns as well and scored 32 points. So it's not like they're unbeatable, you know what I mean? You still want to, they're a great team, don't get me wrong. Half the people already saying they're going to go 16-0. And you still want to go in there with confidence saying we can beat these guys. It's going to be tough, though. It's going to be tough, man. But if we can establish some type of running game in the second half, but and we can't be down 21-6, something like that, 17-3. You know what I mean? 20 to, we can't be down like that, and then we're gonna have to throw the ball. Not saying Brandon Wheaton can't, but you know, if that's the case, I can see Brandon Wheaton throwing some picks, 2 or 3, something like that. And but if we can get pressure on Brady, and with the Greg Hardy and the way DeMarcus Lawrence has been playing against Vollmer, their left tackle, you know, and they're having Rolando McClain back in the middle of the field. Now Rod Marinelli doesn't really like to blitz that often. But this, you know, this could be a game where he could do that. But then you might leave Gronkowski one-on-one or Edelman one-on-one, and you know you gotta trust your players to make those plays. If you let them catch the ball, then you let them. If it's third and 7, they catch it 5 yards. Make that tackle. Don't let them get that run after the catch. Tackle. We have to tackle. I mean, we have to tackle. We can't have the run after the catch. That's how they get a lot of their yards. You know what I mean? So it's going to be tough, man. It will not be easy. This is going to be tough, man. No doubt about it. I mean, one thing about their defense, you know, their defense is not known for rushing the passer. So man, they do got Chandler Jones, who's an incredible, probably one of the most athletic players in the NFL. You know, we got to be careful where he's at, but Nikovic doesn't really do that anymore. Their front seven is more known for stopping the run, you know. So I do think when it's on the third downs and things like that, or the play action, I think Wheaton can have some time to throw the ball. But they're stout. They're known for being stout against the run. But if you go back and look at see D'Angelo Williams week 1, he had a great game against their defense, things like that, you know. But I just think that Christian Michael could play a huge role and pivotal role in this game if they decide to use him. You know, see, no Bryce Butler. He was the one deep threat that we had. He's coming off with the hamstring or the calf injury. He won't be back till after the bye week. So it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be. We can't turn the ball over. We really can't turn the ball over. We would like to try and force some turnovers, get some pressure on Brady. You know what I mean? Maybe Greg Hardy coming off the edge, DeMarcus Lawrence coming off the edge, things like that. Don't know about Hardy and McClain being in football shape, but we can get pressure on Brady, and we can with Hardy. I think their offensive line. You know what I mean? They're not world beater offensive line. I mean, they're okay. They play better than I thought they would, but they can be beat. And Tom Brady, no, he doesn't like to move. He likes to stand in that pocket and stand upright and stand in his spot. That's what he likes to do. You put that little pressure on him, he goes down. He don't like getting hit. Nobody does, but definitely Tom Brady. He don't like to get hit. He don't like that pressure, man. You know, so I just think it's gonna be tough, man. But Edelman and Gronkowski, we gotta tackle. We have to. They're not lighting us up going deep, but we gotta tackle. You know, Barry Church and going. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be tough now. It's gonna be tough, but we gotta tackle. We have to tackle, man. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a tough game, though, Cowboys. It's gonna be a tough game. We gotta believe in the boys, man. I would love to see Greg Hardy and Randy Gregory on the same time, but you never know. Couple of weeks, but it's gonna be tough. We have to tackle. We have to tackle and no turnovers. You know, but let me know what you guys think, man. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. We have to tackle. We have to tackle. Don't turn the ball over, and hopefully we can get some type of running game going in the second half. Hopefully maybe Christian Michael, something like that. You know what I mean? But tackling, we gotta tackle Edelman and Gronkowski, man. They're throwing the ball short. We gotta tackle. You know. But anyway, let me know what you guys think, man. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Cowboys Nation, man. We gotta keep believing. You know what I mean? We got the bye week so guys can get healthy and things like that. So, you know, I mean, just keep believing, Cowboys Nation, man. This your boy, the real McCoy, man. I'm out. It's going to be tough. Peace.